So I'm at the restaurant with Lillian. We have this lovely waiter, and he's brought me that super delicious glass of wine. And I have my little lobster bisque, and she's having her flatbread pizza. And at some point, it's time to go. And I asked for the check, and he brings it. And I don't, in this type of situation, I'm not super looking at the check, right? Like she got an $8 flatbread, I got a $6 lobster bisque and a glass of wine. $30. Like I feel like every time Lillian and I sit down, it's $20 to $30. And um, he brings the check and it's 40 something. And I'm like, I wonder, I wonder if there was an error. And so I look, I just check to make sure I'm right in my assessment of like her flatbread and my bisque, and I am. And I'm like, okay, well, that's $12. So how did we get to, and I pause and I think, I wonder how much that glass of wine was. So I check. It's $25 glass of wine. I've maybe had a glass of wine that was over $18 at a restaurant. I'm going to say 4 times in my life, and they were pretty special occasions. And, or it was a really specific type of wine that I really wanted to try, or very intentional. And like speaking back to that little girl, I grew up with very limited financial resources, very lean financial environment. And while I liked fancy, things like an $18 glass of wine on a menu are very noticeable to me. In the past, even really triggering. Way back, I'd be like, what's the cheapest thing on this menu? That's all I can afford. And I don't mean that to say I actually didn't have enough money to afford more. I mean, I believed I needed to get the cheapest thing. I was having a hard time with the fact that I thought it was okay to go to a restaurant anyway. Who am I? Right? So there's the financial reality, and then there's the very big, strong reality of belief systems, which we will definitely continually tell stories about. Because life is a journey. There is a lot of emotional and psychological work to be done, in my opinion. And I've done a lot. And in this moment of like, just kind of speaking to my younger self, but also like that waiter didn't at all think that he needed to notify me that the glass of wine was that price. The 6-ounce glass. And I ordered a $6 lobster bisque. So it was this really interesting, like I just laughed. And on a different day, I might have been upset by that or triggered by that or whatever. But in this particular blissful, magical day, I got to just laugh and notice I really did like that glass of wine. It really was delicious. So I can afford on this particular day, this $40 lunch. I'm definitely giving him a 20% tip, which to me in kind of an old-fashioned way is like, it's a really big tip. And I'm sure someone next to me is like, girl, that's average and 25 to 30% is big. I don't even know. I don't even know what's big. But I really appreciated him. And so I was giving him what to me is a big tip, which is 20%. And I just, again, like, if I can just highlight the fact that in any given moment in my day, there's a lot going on. Whether it's finance, whether it's belief system, whether it's an example for Lillian, whether it's synchronicity of me learning this parking hack and spending an extra $10 here and paying an extra $10 there. What I think is so crucial to how I live my life is the grace to notice the details, the ability to illuminate the positives and help myself enjoy my life as best I can, given all the challenges that exist and all of the very tangible hardships that weren't pressing me on that particular day, which helps me be stronger on the days that they so are. So with that, I just really wanted to share that nugget of, he thought I could just afford a $25 glass of wine. And I could. And there have been so many days where I could not. So to my past self, my future self, high fives. To the divine, thank you for all of the blessings of that day, of this day. And to you, thank you for joining me again and helping my journey become an adventure. Ciao for now.